Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Callistus Konda. I come to Facebook this morning to kick open our new page, The Youth of Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow for Growth. My dear brothers and sisters, this page is a page that is made to make the youths to know that they can always grow higher, change at least in step, move from grass to grace, through advice from many other inspired people, informed people, people that have gone through many other challenges but have excelled in life. Today I will be uploading an interview that concerns Professor George Ewane. Please just stay tuned and listen to him. Thank you.
I'm George Ewane. I'm a professor in the University of Yaoundé, number 1, that is in Guayaquil. I'm Central Director for Radio, but before then I was in charge of sovereignty activities at the Cameroon Radio Television, where I actually handled especially the communication of the President of the Republic for 18 years. Then I was also technical advisor for the Director General in charge of diversification and international action. Today I'm Central Director for Radio, professor in the University of Yaoundé 1, and spokesperson for the Major National Dialogue.
Hello. The real interview with Professor George Ewane is coming after this. Please let us first of all know the objective of this forum, this page we have created. We've actually created a page and a group bearing the same title, The Youth of Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow for Growth. So please, it is of very good advantageous for us to share and like this our page and the group, so that we will have many more inspiring talks from many other great people in our country, out of our country, that will inspire us to move at least a step forward. If you follow this page, you will never go lacking. Please share to your friends so that they can learn from us and learn from inspired people. Thank you. Hello. This is the youths of yesterday, today, and tomorrow for growth. This is that page I was telling you. If you see the page, I have uploaded these pictures. These pictures were uploaded for us, the youth, to know that we can always move a step. We can always be like this. We can, in our life, work hard, and build a house like this. If you see here, you see the beautiful house. You can work hard and have a beautiful car. You can still as well become the president of any country if you set your dreams and work towards your dreams. You will always do it. You will have it. You can have a beautiful office. Why not? You have a young man like here who inspire people, the Prophet Bashiri. He is great. We know him. He has excelled in life. He has gone through thin and thick, but that is him. He's excelling. You have farmers. Unfortunately, this picture can't show well. He's a farmer that has grown so big in life. In everything you are doing, you can always grow. That is the main objective of this, the youth of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Dear youths, if you see here, I have written, yes, you can. And truly, I mean that, yes, you can. Yes, you will. If you set out your dreams and chase them up, you will move from nothing to something, from grass to grace. My dear youths, I said here, dear folks, this great platform is for you and me to acquire knowledge from informed and experienced people from all fields of life that have achieved in their dreams. This is a forum to build the youths, which will in turn build our communities and then a nation or our nation. The photo can explain what you can be and have if you set your dreams and work hard towards achieving them. Search and follow this platform to better ourselves and our community. We know that when we empower the youth, it's empowering the community. Educating the youth is educating the country. Making the youth independent is building and developing the nation and the world. So if you look at these photos here, you see this little child carrying wood. This is what some of us did when we were growing up. We carried wood, we fetched wood, went and sold to have money. Many have gone through this, and there are people today that have excelled, that have cars. You have truck pushers that have excelled today. You have Okada riders. Yes, you can. If you set up your dreams, from Okada rider, you can become something. Why not? Even the president, like here you can see the former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela, who passed away, may his soul rest in peace. You can even have a plane. Why not? It all depends on you. So working hard is going to build our community, is going to build each and every one of us, and it is going to make us grow to higher heights.
Personal person.
Yes.
And inside the presidency, how did this guy get here? This Anglophone guy, this young English-speaking John. What magic? Tell us about it.
Yes, I've heard all kinds of things and stories about how I got to the presidency. But I think it's one of those stories of resilience.
Okay.
And hard work is also very important. But I also tell my students that besides resilience and hard work, you have your comportment and your deportment. How do you behave? How do you carry yourself when you even walk in the streets? They're very important. How did I become the anchor of inside the presidency? I should say is my creation.
Okay.
It's not like the program existed, then I just came and did the presentation. No. In 1999, 31st of March to the 17th of April 1999, there was a Mount Cameroon eruption, the famous eruption that lava flowed down to Bakingili. And at CRTV, nobody wanted to cover the eruption because Boya was emptied. Everybody was in Tico and out of the area for fear of the lava flow. And it sounded like kind of punishment, all right, for me to go and cover the eruption in Boya. So I came with Daniel, and he said Noah was my teacher in the School of Journalism. He taught me radio techniques, but we were doing mostly television. So when we arrived here, we met Chivindele, and he said there was no lava flowing this way, so we couldn't have the pictures. Television is special, so I had to go up the mountain. That's the first time I took this other slope to go up the mountain, and every luggage we had was thrown on the way, except the camera and the sound and whatever. We had people carry their bags and water. That was the most important thing. And behold, when we arrived at the mountain, we saw, I never saw something like that. I'm sure I'm not going to see that again. A river of lava flowing down towards Bakingili, chopping every little thing on its way. As a young journalist, I just told Bibum, Sam Bibum, and late Tizzy, may his soul rest in peace. I told them, turn the camera on me and I'll do a stand-up. I said, Malad. I said, no, I'm going to do a stand-up.
So that's risky, right?
Risky, right. So I do a stand-up and say, okay, you see what you find behind me is a whole river of lava and whatever kind of thing. And while I was talking, a vent opens up. Boom, another one. I said, so you see there's another vent opening up. So that creates panic at home. Myself, as a young reporter, you don't even know what's happening to you. You just want to get the scoop. You want to bring the news to the people. So we did that on a daily basis. And the president had to come to Boya, to Bakingili, because the lava was almost crossing the road, and the president left Yaoundé, came to Bakingili. I was told that when the president was coming, his team of reporters had to come with him. At that time it was Charles Dongo, Minister Joseph Lee, my big brother Ngomba Endeli, and Full Peter. That was the presidential team. So, but the president left them behind, and somebody told somebody that I was told, there's a young man in Boya, he will cover my arrival.
Wow.
And since it was also dangerous.
Wow.
So when the president arrived, he landed at Bakingili with Chief Ephraim Inonu, was then the Deputy Secretary General of the Presidency of the Republic. They came out of the helicopter, and the only person the president recognized was me. And he said, Mr. English, where is the lava? I cannot forget that day, right? So, Mr. English, where is the lava? I told him, I spare you the rest. All right, we came up to Poto quarters, where they had some fissures on the walls. We visited the presidency, which also had some cracks. And I asked the president, you've seen the road from mile 17 to Boya town, to where we are. If the eruption occurs from this end of the slope, everybody is going to die. Don't you think something should be done for the roads in Boya? And the president said, from the junction down there to Obi, how many kilometers? Panicking, I said, I was Jean Matthias Komiko too. I'm making they were standing aside. And I said, it's 17 kilometers. Actually, I did not, my 17 to, yeah, I did not estimate. So the president said, I've given instructions from next week, Boya, I'll have 17 kilometers of tarred roads. And when this work started, they realized that from my 17th junction to the governor's office, it's about 7.5 kilometers, maximum 8. And that's how they started extending to the quarters. Wow. So what you have in Boya today is a result of the Mount Cameroon eruption and the questions we asked to the president. And so as soon as we came back to Yaoundé, 2 days later, Professor Gervais Mendoze, may he so rest in perfect peace, called me and said, where's your passport? A young man who had never had a passport before. I started to have a passport. He said, enter into the car. He took me to the General Delegation of National Security. They did a passport for me. They gave me a visa in the Swiss Embassy. I traveled that same night. Guess who? Mr. Shandongo. He was now Director General. And I like what he told me. He said, George, you are like a reserve player in this team. If you play well, you remain the main player. If you don't play well, you will never be part of this team again.
And you took the challenge.
And I took the challenge, went to Geneva, and my reports were, those who listened and watched said they were marvelous. When I came back, I was appointed as assistant. So we created inside the presidency, President's Act 2, parliamentary echoes, and all those other programs that you can imagine. And I stayed behind the president for 18 years, covering his events, moving from one country to the other, covering activities at the presidency, the parliament, Prime Minister's office, National Assembly, National Gendarmerie, because that's what you call sovereignty. All right. So the message here is not the beauty of covering the president. The message here is the message of resilience. Yes, that you can use
even a challenging moment.
Yes,
to step up your game.
Yes, that you use a challenging moment like the Mount Cameroon eruption, and then it pushes you to the fore, brings you to the limelight, and you stay there. It's difficult to stay at the top. Very, very difficult to stay at the top. We tried for 18 years.
Do you mind sharing with us?
Yes.
Your secret, what's that?
Yeah, my secret is hard work.
Okay.
And innovation. In everything I do, I ensure that I do it better than I did it the previous day.
Tell us, are there some little skeletons, other things in the cupboard we need to discover about Mr. George Ewane? Because we did not know this about you before now.
Okay.
So maybe we'll get to discover some other aspects. Your leisure, what do you do? What are those things that make you you?
I do so many things. It's difficult to really say what we do. Generally, I'm a very disciplined person.
Okay.
I do a lot of sports too. I like cooking. If you want to know some of those, yes, I
wish
cook.
We could go to the kitchen already. So what's that favorite delicacy like cooking?
Oh, esuba. Esuba. You know what they call esuba?
Esuba and kwankala.
And kwankala. Well, and again, my traditional meal, like we grew up in that. But I also cook other meals. I don't have time to cook, but when I have time to cook, find time
I'm
to
sure
cook.
your wife is one blessed woman.
Yeah, she doesn't want me to cook.
She doesn't want you because she feels like you can give a special touch.
Women don't like when you take power from them.
Of course.
Yes, because that's a woman's sector. So let them be where they are. But once in a while you can do that. I think it's also important.
What message are you giving out to those watching you at this moment?
I'll look at them straight in the eyes and say, I have just one message. And this message is resilience. The word resilience is very important. Above everything else, be resilient. No matter where you come from, no matter what you are, no matter what you do, you will meet obstacles on the way. Use those stumbling blocks as stepping stones and forge ahead. The English-speaking Cameroon today is noted for being the best in music, the best in cinema, the best in so many things. That was not the case before.
That's true.
You know why they became the best? Because they realized that they had an obstacle in terms of entering to professional schools and doing other things. And they realized that I have a natural talent to you. I can sing. They are the best. Everywhere. My friend Ibrahim Sharif, not to mention him, told me, said, I hear that Anglophones and Francophones are separating. I said, well, I'm not in that. He said, okay, si vous partez, partez avec tout, mais laissez-nous avec les artistes. So you understand what I'm saying? Leave us with the artists that we have. Leave us with Daphne.
Who is your favorite artist?
Hello, that is George Ewane. He has just told you everything about that. He has just told you that resilience and hard work is everything about life. My dear youths, please let us learn from his teaching. Let us learn from his advice. This is a young man whom from nowhere, because of hard work and resilience, he is where he is. He worked with the President of the Republic. He has traveled throughout many places. He has gone to many countries and the rest. Please, let us try to follow him, follow his footsteps and be something again. Please. Can make our youth grow up. So what I'm happy about this is that you as youths, this our forum we have created, our page of yesterday, today and tomorrow for growth will have things like this, issues like this that will impact our knowledge, will give us another thinking about how we should go in life, knowing that hard work is the only thing. If you work hard, you are going to achieve everything. Thank you so very much for being there. Thank you.
Background. You cannot allow your background to put your back on the ground. You cannot allow your background to put your back on the ground. Great things grow out of useless places. So what do you need to do? What do you need to do? Because as I sat here yesterday, I was listening to our brother Tony talking. What came to my mind is
my dear youth, you can listen to this man of God. He's talking, he's making sense despite his situation. He is growing. He has grown to higher heights. Nothing should disturb you. Everyone can grow.
We will not all sit together again in the next 10 years. There will be those on top and those below. But the thing about it is that whatever you become is in your hands.
Exactly.
Child of God is in your hands.
Whatever you become is in your hands, my dear youth.
If you need to
listen to him, please.
You need to believe that you can. Life is not about speed.
You really need to believe that you can. And if you believe that you can, you said your dreams.
It's not about who gets there first.
If you make your plans, you will be what you want to be.
Number two, if you need to excel, you need to use your hands. Listen, prayer is good. I believe in being a child of God. But without action, prophecy will fail.
Exactly.
Without action,
if you don't do action, prophecy will fail.
So you need to begin to act. Find something you can do on your own. When I left this school with the first class, I went to Port Harcourt, and for 2 years I was looking for a job, and I would go, they would call me. And when I appeared, they said, we would have taken you, but because of your leg, we won't take you. And for 2 years,
he has a disability. He could not be recruited into many other jobs opportunities, but it didn't disturb him. He went pushing. He started fetching for himself, and he finally had something to do.
If you want to excel, the next thing you must do, close your ears. Close your ears. There's nothing they've not said to me. One day, I was going to Abuja to take part in Church of Nigeria Writers Conference. I go to the airport, and a man came to me. I was trying to check in. He came to me and said, excuse me, sir. I said, yes. He said, please, we don't allow beggars around here. Can you take your things and
you will imagine
airport?
A person of that caliber that they don't want beggars around him, around that area.
That respond to. Manasseh was supposed to be great. There were prophecies on his head, but he never became great. Why? Prophecy without you will not fulfill. Go back, seal your ears. Number 4, the next thing you must do when you make mistakes,